right, y'all, welcome to the channel. So I'm going to start talking about how to start a home daycare. So you'll see a lot of things on the channel coming up about starting an in-home daycare, but not just only starting an in-home daycare, also maximizing on your in-home daycare. There's a lot of things that I didn't know at the beginning that I know now, and I actually help other people start their home daycares, and you know, they're able to skip a couple steps because of the information that I give them as well. Not only do I have an in-home daycare, I also have a private school now. I have my own private school, which I'm just now leaving from right now. I wish I would have recorded it earlier so that I could have shown you guys like my daily routine or whatnot, but I'll make sure I'll do that tomorrow, so that you guys can see that. But yes, so I am, as you can see, I am in a van. So this is a part of the steps of me getting my own home daycare. This actually is a part of the steps of me getting my own home daycare, going into a private school. So we do have a 12-seater van right now. I'm very proud of this accomplishment. I think I've been in business for almost 4 years now. So to have our own van, it's a big plus to be able to transport the kids at both locations actually. It's a big blessing to be able to do that. So how do I operate a home daycare in a private school? Well, my home daycare, I have to be at most of the time. Since I'm a director, I have to be there majority of the time. When I first opened my private school, it was a little hard for me to be at my home daycare majority of the time because I had to get things set up over here at the private school. Now that I have a consistent staff at the private school, and then I also have hired a principal as well at the private school, I'm able to leave it to them a little bit more, and just kind of, you know, check in with people, maybe go by once a day just to make sure things going smooth and stuff like that. I do go there on Tuesdays and Thursdays because one of my teachers only work Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I do go there Tuesdays and Thursdays to give out a little bit more support on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But hiring staff is really going to be the key to be able to do both. I did not want to give up my home daycare simply because while I was getting my private school up and going, I still needed something to be able to fund to pay my bills, fund the project as well. So I did not give up my home daycare. I did decrease the numbers in my home daycare though, which now it's getting around the holidays and those decreases is starting to really feel. So I'm gonna start picking them up again. But who works in my home daycare when I'm not there? Well, me and my husband, we actually work together. So when I'm not there or I have to step out to go to the school, he actually handles the daycare. The kids love him, the parents love him. He does an awesome job. So we work at it together, and then we have about 3 staff that works at our school, and it's actually a private school, so it's not a daycare. It's actually a private school to where the kids are actually getting a private education, and we're starting at 3 years old. We did 3 years old to like 2nd grade, but now there's so much that I can go through with you guys what we're doing, what type of things we're doing. But we actually have about 2 7th graders, 1 6th grader, 1 4th grader. So we also are doing a co-op group, basically homeschool co-op group. So and I'm doing that kind of at both places, just depends on where I'm at for the day. So if I'm at the school, then they'll probably sometimes come over there, or if I'm at the house, then they'll come over to the house. So I created a room at the house that is my office, and I put some desks in there for the kids so they can do school from there. I actually have my husband does online with them when they're not in person, and then I have a friend that also she's a school teacher, and she does online with them. So we have a lot of different pieces and parts moving around here. But my kids, 2 of my kids homeschool. One of the ladies from my school that works with me, her son homeschools as well. They are registered with our school. We did sign them up with our school. Next semester, we are going to try something that's a little bit different with them, that will really just be like a co-op group where they get to come and do their work, and their parents have that, you know, security that they're doing work and stuff like that. So we're going to do a different program with them next semester, actually. But I'm excited for the different levels that I'll be able to share with you guys on how we got here, the steps that we took to get here, and to encourage you guys to also do the same thing. What I will say is that having your own business, period, is profitable. I would say that having a childcare business, that's something that people are always going to need. It is important, though, to make sure that you do it in the right area. Not every area is the right area that needs childcare. I've had some people that I've helped start their daycares, and it didn't go well, only because the area that they were in, there was just no need. I do live in a place where there is a great need for childcare here. There are a lot that are popping up lately, though. There's a lot of childcare that are popping up lately, but this town is growing really fast. So people are on waiting lists, and also I offer affordable childcare. So I think that that's a plus for us. But there are waiting lists all around town. So it's a plus for us to be able to get people in and to offer affordable care, but still quality care. So we do a lot of different things with our daycare, which I'll show you guys some of those things, but we do a lot of different things with our daycare. So this was just kind of an introduction, just to kind of tell you guys a little bit about what we'll be talking about in the next series. So this series will be about starting an in-home daycare, and then we'll go from that series to maximizing your in-home daycare. So to be able to get money from every different parts that you can of your in-home daycare. So before you just launch out to go straight into a building or to do something different, you want to make sure that you're maximizing every area of your in-home daycare. This is very important. I had to learn that over time, because we go in and say, oh, I only want this, oh, I only want that, oh, I'm not going to be flexible with this one, and I've learned that mentality hinders you from really growing. So when I changed that mentality and I became more flexible with a lot of different things, that's when we got more that's when we got a lot more students, and we began to maximize our whole thing. I will say early on, I was by myself for a whole year, and I was just a registered home at that point. I was by myself for a whole year, and then after that year, I've had staff ever since. So the last 3 years, basically, I've had staff ever since. At least one person I've had, and it just makes it much easier. It makes it easier on you to be able to be flexible and to be able to just run your business. You need time to really just run, because it's more than just watching the kids. You need to promote, you need to communicate with parents, you need to post pictures, you need to keep up with your social media, because people in town are watching you. They're watching, and I've had so many people that said, we've been watching you for a long time, and then they actually come on over to the daycare and enroll with us after they've watched us for some time. So it's important that you keep up with your social media. Planning events I think that that's a key thing, having events and stuff. I think that that's something that's very key. So I've just learned the ins and outs of the business, from in-home to where now I launched out. We'll get into launching out to private school and what does that require, because some of you may just want to know, how can I just get a private school started? It's more easier than you think. I don't know what state you're in, but in our state, it was very easy for us to get a private school started. We're not accredited yet, but we are going to work towards getting accredited. But it wasn't as hard as we thought it was going to be. It was actually the better option for us. So this was the first video. I'm definitely going to keep making more videos on this subject, starting your own in-home daycare. How did you get? Some people say, well, how did you fund it? Well, I got the answers. I looked for that all when I was trying to get funded, and I was trying to see how people did it and got their own business and got their own. I looked for that on YouTube. How do you get your business funded? So I will share with you guys what we did, the stuff that we took, and how did you get your private school? I will share all that with you guys. Like, I'm gonna be an open book. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because we are definitely going to get into this in-home daycare stuff. I think that this is a good topic to talk about. I think even if you are not into it, you might want to try to get into it, because it can be a very profitable business, and it's yours. Like, it's your business, and I always look for something that I can do right now. Within a month, you can have your in-home daycare set up. Within a month. That's literally all it takes. It's just 1 month to get it up and going. You have to dedicate that time, 1 month, and maybe a little bit more for your preparations, like getting your handbooks and all your other things together. It might be a little bit longer, but as I was getting ready to transition from my job, and I worked in a daycare center. Teachers, I'm talking to you, those who are working in daycare centers. It is possible for you to take that experience and start your own daycare. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get paid way more than you ever did working for anybody. Way more. You won't have to live from paycheck to paycheck. You won't have to worry about that. And not only that, you make your own rules. How you want your daycare to run. Not how someone else is running it and you don't agree. And that's one of the things that pushed me out, was that I did not agree with what was going on at my current daycare, and it pushed me out. So this is a 11-minute video. I think it's time for me to go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, I'll do my morning routine with you guys, show you guys how it looks like in the morning with me. There's a lot of different aspects of my business that that I cater to, and not everybody can do it. Not everybody has to do it, But I will share with you where I started off and where we are today. All right, thank you. Until next time.